They refer to it as the hive mind collective. They refer to it as brainwashing. Think about it for a minute. You never hear anybody say soul washing or the hive soul collective, because the physical mind is what they control. And when you understand that you have to take your cosmic energy out of the physical mind and put it back into your sacred space again, that's when they lose control. Because you are essentially energy that's everything. To give you a kind of understanding of it, see yourself as an orb, not only an orb of light, but an orb of cosmic synergy working in tandem with God, which is actually one. If you construe the divine collective as the superset, the derivative subset of that reality would be what you see here before you. This illusion, because God is reality, man is an illusion. Straight truth. But they always refer to it as brainwashing, mind control, the hive mind mentality, the hive mind collective. It's always, they're emphasizing what they do control, the mind, the mind, the mind. They don't say soul washing or soul control because they can't control that. But that is the access point, is the brain, the mind. The hope is for them to go through the brain to get to the soul. That's what they really want, because the mind is a done deal. As soon as you're born, they control you from day one, if you haven't even figured that out yet. They're not after your mind. The mind is like a intermediary that's kind of like the in-between guy, the middleman, if you really want to look at it like that. But what they're really after is the life force essence of the soul. That's the prize. That's the coveted prize with this clique, this cult. That's exactly what they want. Your soul, which is your essence of who you are and what you are. You're not this body. This is a suit, a costume that you put on and you play your role. And then when you're done, you go home. It's like a car, man. You get into the car, you drive it around, and then when you're done, you bring it back to where you got it, and you go back home. That's essentially what it is. You're driving around a suit, a costume. That's it. A meat suit, they usually refer to it as. I mean, it's a highly complex, organism. I mean, I don't just brush it off like it's nothing. The human body is just amazing. I mean, it just blows my mind, the things that it can do. Circulatory, pulmonary, cardiovascular. I mean, I can go into it for hours. I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, this is a work of art. Everything God does is a work of art. But the point of this video is that they're telling you right there, the only thing they do control is the mind control, brainwashing, the hive mind collective, the hive mind, you can clearly see it. And that's got to tell you that you're a soul, and that's what they're really after. They go through the mind to get to the soul. And that's the end game for them, because once they get that, then it's, lights out for you. But they do harness the energy that you project. So just try to project something of a positive nature, because that's really what this world needs. I've said this in previous videos. The reason they keep people separate with social distancing and all that garbage and isolationism, contactless delivery, quarantine, lockdown, is because they want you to stay away from other people. Because what happens is when you're with other people, you formulate the energies necessary to create a collective consciousness, which raises the vibration of the human ethos. And subsequently, it raises the vibration of the planet, making the Earth the brightest star in the universe. But what their plan is to turn this Earth into a dark star, making it the darkest star in the galaxy. That's why they keep everybody away from each other. That's why you're so terrified of other people. That's why now, more than ever before, that I've never seen this in my life, people are so dehumanized and desensitized. And if this is even a word, demoralized, I think it is, in the sense that they don't have any morals anymore. So it's just like, stay away from me. You're a disease, get away. And that's exactly by programming that they do these things. Because in order for you to be human, you have to be humane. and have to be biological, organic, and natural, not mechanical, synthetic, and artificial and virtual, but natural. That's what it requires to be a human being, a biological organism, not a mechanical part, like a motherboard in a computer. That's exactly what they want you to believe that you are. That's why they say, today I received downloads from my angels. No, you didn't. You're not a computer. You didn't receive any downloads and you're not uploading anything. It's just ridiculous. What you are receiving is you are receiving intuitive guidance telepathically. That's what you're receiving. And this is not mental telepathy because the mind is not capable of that. This is something far beyond that. Because after all, how can you have an out-of-body experience if the mind is the end-all be-all? Think about it for a minute. Really contemplate what I just said. That's got to really speak volumes to you on many levels. It's a given that the physical mind belongs to the physical body, which belongs to this terrestrial density. You are something that supersedes that exponentially, that I can't put into words. But they don't want you to know that stuff. They keep that under lock and key. That's the secret to life. Absolutely. So just try to absorb positive, send out positive, and just be the best person you can be. Optimistic, show a lot of love to yourself and as many people as you can, man. And change what they're trying to do. Because what they're trying to do, if it ever happens, which I know it won't, is you're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of years of darkness. Tyrannical rule. You're talking about a tyranny and oppression, the likes of which this world has never seen before on a grandest scale. You are not prepared for it. You, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren will all be enslaved in that. And there won't be any reprieve for thousands of years. As long as they could get it to keep going. Absolutely. So peace be with you all, and hopefully this message reaches people and makes you realize that just as much as you have the capability to be nasty and negative and miserable and keep people away from you and stay away and all that, you have the same ability to be the exact opposite. I'm not saying inviting strangers into your home for a barbecue and a ball game. Not what I'm saying. Just be nicer to people. Be nicer to yourself. Spread a little joy. Smile at somebody, say good morning, something. You don't see any of this anymore. Everybody's staring at their phone and they look at other people like, what, do you want to steal my money? Get away from me. What are you making eye contact for? What are you looking at me? That's not what God intended for this place to be. Not even by a long shot. It's just sad what's happening nowadays. Everything's just like deteriorating. When I was a kid, it was never like this. But this is where we are now. But you've got the power to turn it around. All hope is not lost because the powers that be have no power at all. I've said that before. They just want you to believe that they do because that's the power that they have over you, that they're deceiving you into believing that they do, and you empower that lie and it becomes a truth. And you give power to the illusion and it becomes your reality. Take that stuff away and watch how fast it collapses. And take the power back that you gave them, give it back to yourself. Reclaim your power. Reclaim your life. Reclaim your identity. Reclaim your individuality. And reclaim your sense of self once again, instead of assimilating and being absorbed. That's not a life, that's an existence. Be love. Absolutely.